we'll see Bucky Irving. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Buccaneers and the Patriots, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. May going to throw right away. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. To the air, May. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Throw out wide, going to be incomplete. As you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they've built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and get their best performances.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
Trey Palmer deep for Tampa Bay.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Stamper.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a give, Irving running right.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Stamper. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Hey, look at this Patriots defense.
And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stamper.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A strong running. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Patriots take over.
The Patriots offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's second best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
On play action, May.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Now Milton.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's got room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space. The big guys leading the way.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Throwing is Milton.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Elijah Cansey make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 3rd and 19.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
On 4th down, on comes Joey Sly for the Patriot field goal. Sly able to put this one through.
And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. Throwing to start the drive. Stamper. He's got a man. It's his fullback. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Handoff running left, Irving.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you look at this Patriots defense.
They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past.
2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, and that is incomplete. The Buccaneers at 9-5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a handoff to Irving.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Here's Milton.
Connects with Kittle underneath. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. The slot man in motion right.
To throw, it's Milton.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
To throw is Milton. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Milton now to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's going to go down. It's a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Milton.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tally. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Looking to throw. Milton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll roll him out right. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton, left side here, taken in by Metcalf.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Buccaneers. Burner at wide receiver. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more.
The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. May will throw to get us started here. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On first down, they'll run. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Now, this is a list that hurts a lot more this time of year. They need every one of these guys out there as they fight for a spot in the postseason.
It is all hands on deck the rest of the way, and every guy who's been lost at some point this season, his presence is surely sorely missed out there. Every team's fighting for a playoff spot, Kate. In the same boat at this point, it's a war of attrition. And who's got the ones standing and fighting at the end? Often the ones who make a postseason run.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Here's May. Getting out to his left. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Going play action, May. That throw finds Kittle. And he's taken down at the 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down. On play action, here's May. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers add another DB. 3rd down coming up. On the gun, it's May. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
And his game will begin with an incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
To the air, 3rd and long. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Pats will take over. The Patriots and their running back about to get back to work. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's caught for the first. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, he's totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They have second down behind the sticks. Throwing now off play action. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a New England first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down throw for May. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up second down. They've got a man in motion. May trying again here on second. This one's caught. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Running it after the penalty. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
We send a man in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. 4th down's going to bring out Joey Sly and the Patriots field goal unit for the first time. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Up and good from Joseph. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Buccaneers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Here's a throw. Forced out to his right. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He puts everything behind this one. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down. Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They go play action here. Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
May on 1st and 10. Dump off caught by his back. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. We're at the 2-minute warning now for Raymond James. The Patriots in possession. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. May now from the gun. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Joey Sly out for the Patriots field goal try. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will add to their score. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing on third and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up fourth and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. The Patriots offense all set to go. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. To the air on first down, May. We've got a screen to the running back. Space past the 35. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Into the hands of Kittle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. All set up now for first and 10. To the air yet again, May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They are throwing it again. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Throwing now, third and 2. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Fourth down is going to bring out Joey Sly and the Patriots field goal unit for the first time. A very short kick here from the right hash. Up and good from Joseph. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. And he's delivering.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Clean breakup on that throw. So second down coming up.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Putting a receiver in motion. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. So we've reached the end of 2, and it's the visiting. And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the third quarter. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Buccaneers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Once again, Irving. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Patriots get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
On play action, here's May. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Kittle brings it in. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's May. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 14. That throw finds Kittle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Tight end going in motion here. May now on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They put a receiver in motion right. They'll try and punch it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And he's brought down for a loss. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Man in motion here. Here's May, 3rd and goal. Bails out of the pocket quick. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact. But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Running right, it's Irving. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Patriots getting back on the final play of the quarter. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. This one not out of reach. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Going play action, May. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, here's May. He's on the move. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. 4th down's going to bring out Joey Sly and the Patriots field goal unit for the first time. We better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And that keeps the lead at 12.
Really, Kate, that miss doesn't change a whole lot about the game management here. The only thing it does is provide a bit more momentum for the offense, running out in need of 2 quick scores.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Finds a man right side. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Back now, pressure on its way. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it sets up 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Culp with a catch. And this one does not go far. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They've got a man in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. He sends this one to the end zone. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They go for it on 4th down and get it in a big way. 25 yards there. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Trying to work as fast as possible. 3rd down from the gun. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now within 1 score in the 4th. That's up and through for the point after. And the Buccaneers trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Here's New England, ready once again on offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Patriots with a 5-point lead. So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Patriot first down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Throw is caught by the back. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchdown. First and 10 now from the 30. They send a man in motion. Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up. Back to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's grabbed inside the 30. And it's not over yet, football fans. He scores, and now a 2-point conversion will force overtime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Setting up to pass. And that catch gets them to 2. We're all tied up here in the 4th. They're not out of it yet. That conversion successfully tying this game and puts us, of course, on track for overtime.
So much momentum gain. Long odds to get those 2-point conversions, but now you got to have discipline. We know, we've seen it in playoffs. With limited time left, you got to make sure you finish the deal and carry this momentum you've just gained into that extra frame.
He'll look to throw it. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Floats that one, but they couldn't connect. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. Short kick, just reaching the landing zone. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. And Brock, we got a pretty good idea how a lot of the playoff picture is going to shake out, but still some time left for things to change near the end of the season. The tight end going in motion right. A give now from the gun. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a New England first down. May now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. I remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, it just felt like their presence took up the entire field. And this linebacker today, we had the interception earlier, a sack right now, you've got to start figuring out a plan for him. He will take over this game.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 5, but they're still well behind the sticks. Third down coming up.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Let's see what they went with on third down. May. Dialing up a receiver screen. He breaks the tackle, and he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Tampa spends its second timeout now. And that'll leave them with just one remaining in overtime. It's a very important field goal for Joey Slye. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And his kick is blocked.
We could say they picked a great time to block the kick, but let's be honest. Any time is a great time to get through and block one. It really rewards the effort that those special teamers put in each and every time out. It might not always get noticed, but it sure does there. Big time.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They're going play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. Second and 10 now. Throwing the out route complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Third and 4 coming up now. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Irving on the inside give. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. Well, all reviews in overtime have to... They took a look just to be safe. You always appreciate that, but the call on the field stands. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Catch made by Bucky Irving. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. So now, here's 3rd and goal. He keeps it himself. And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers claim a 6-point lead. So it's a win for the